Out in northwest Mississippi lies a small town called West Point, but in that small town lies two incredible golf courses, Old Waverly and Mossy Oak, both founded by the Bryan family. After years and years of hard work, these two courses are now ranked amongst the top 8% of golf clubs in the world.
Days like today, you think, yes, it's paid off. But when we first started, we thought we were a little bit crazy. And so, but through the years, we just stayed at it.
After 35 years of creating a top-notch environment, Old Waverly Golf Club and Mossy Oak Golf Club now join the elite of the elite when it comes to golf clubs around the world after receiving distinguished golf destination awards.
You wouldn't think that there would be two world-class courses in this small town and in Mississippi.
Coach Nick Saban and his 13th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide welcomed his former offensive coordinator Lane Kiffin and their 15th ranked Ole Miss Rebels to Bryant-Denny Stadium on Saturday afternoon. A slow first half from both teams as turnovers and stout defense kept both offenses in check in the first half. However, the Tide bounced back in the second half as they scored 11 points in the third quarter and 7 in the fourth.
But I also think that they need to learn about themselves in terms of having confidence in what they can do when they do things correctly and how important that is. When they're physical, they compete in the game, they're relentless in their effort and how they, try to dominate their box, and they play with more discipline, and we don't have the negative plays that, we keep sort of shooting ourselves in the foot with too often. So we got to eliminate those, and I think that every one of those are an opportunity to learn. You don't want to waste a failing. You've heard me say that many times before, and how you respond to those things I think are very important.
Meanwhile, it was Jalen Milroe who got the start at the quarterback position on Saturday afternoon. He shook off an interception in the first half and bounced back nicely. He was 17 of 21 for 225 yards and a touchdown on Saturday afternoon. An impressive performance from the Tide today, and their goals are still ahead of them, but there is work to be done.
This team is a work in progress. We're going to continue to grow and allow us to acknowledge that we need more room to improve in. And I trust in the guys in the locker room. No, there's no one I do not trust. I trust the coach is going to put a great game plan together, offense, defense, special teams, and we have a great team, and I love each one of those guys.
The Tide are back in action next Saturday in Starkville for a matchup with the Mississippi State Bulldogs. In Tuscaloosa, I'm Patrick Talbot, WTOK News 11 Sports.
And the Crimson Tide hosting the Bayou Bengals at 6:45 tomorrow night. Patrick, you're going to be heading out to that game tomorrow. That's probably the biggest game we have this weekend.
It for sure
yes.
is. It for sure is. I'll be pulling a double run. I'm going to head to UWA first, get their last home game on the season, and then I'll be heading to Tuscaloosa for one of the matchups that I think I was most excited to find out that I get to cover when I came down here. It's going to be a tremendous environment at Bryant-Denny Stadium. But as I mentioned in the 5 o'clock show, it's going to be best on best when LSU's offense is on the field and Bama's defense is on the field. You're talking about top 5 versus top 5. So I think I've got Alabama getting the edge in this one.
Okay, I was going to say, what was your prediction for that? You think Alabama? I would agree. I would agree with that
24-21. I think the Tide pull it out. Knights up and at 'em early this morning as they continue their summer camp to get ready for their upcoming season. Head coach Brock Clay is entering his 7th season as the Knights head coach this year with hopes to continue playoff success in West Lauderdale. But now all eyes are on week 1.
Well, for the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years, actually, we've been to the second round of the playoffs or further. Hopefully we're sitting right back there in that playoff run when it's all said and done. But, we don't count anything before we play it. We're looking right now for McGee, week 1, and that'll be objective 1.